안녕하세요 여러분, 가지신입니다. In this video, I want to share with you guys how to make kimchi jeon from scratch. I'm going to share with you the ingredients you need, the whole processes to mention a few. So let's jump right into this video. Welcome to my channel. This is a Korean channel, it's a new channel. So guys, my channel is named Nigerian Korean Lover. It's a channel born out of the interest of the Korean culture art. Okay, I'm also interested in collaborating. You know, if you love Korean culture, or if you want me to like review Korean products, you can email me and you can send me a DM. So guys, in this video I want to show you how to make kimchi pancake, which is called Kimchijeon. It is one of the fastest things to make when it comes to Korean cuisine. So I'm going to share with you the ingredients. But before that, I was reached out by Korean convenience to join the Korean Food Challenge, which is Kimchijeon Challenge. And I also decided to use this as my monthly mission for September for K Influencer Mission Academy. So let's jump right into exploring the ingredients. The first thing you need is your napa cabbage. Okay, so here in Nigeria I was only able to get the canned kimchi. So apart from that, you also need your flour, 1.5 cup of flour, and then you need your scallions and onions and onion. Okay, but this is optional, it's not so compulsory. The next thing you need is your sugar, and then you need your water. So I'm going to share with you the exact ingredients. Okay, so basically we're using 4 tablespoons of vegetable oil. We need our kimchi liquid. Okay, so that's the bowl I'm going to mix it. I'm basically showing the equipment I'm using now. This is the spatula I'm going to use, and then this is 1/2 tablespoon of measuring spoon, 1/2 teaspoon of measuring spoon, and that is my cup, also 1/2. And this is my knife that I'm going to use, and then this is the chopping board I'm also going to use for chopping. So the first step I'm using is to drain the kimchi liquid, okay, the kimchi brine. So if you're wondering how to drain this, it's really simple. Open your kimchi to open it a little and then drain it. That's if you're using canned kimchi. If you're not using canned kimchi, you can always, just use spoon to move the kimchi to one side and get out the water. Okay, one of the challenges when it comes to opening canned goods is opening it. I don't really like opening it, but anyway, this is the kimchi. So there's a little bit of kimchi liquid, the brine there, so I'm just going to remove it. Okay, so with that being done, I'm going to add my kimchi to the bowl. The kimchi is already chopped, it's already sliced, but the slices are a bit big, so I'm just going to go ahead to chop it. Okay, I'm going to use my knife to chop it. So if you have a kitchen scissors, you can go ahead to use your kitchen scissors, which is fine, but me, I'm using my knife. So I've also tried to make kimchi jeon using dry ingredients. I have the video and I'll link it in the description. So let's quickly go over the ingredients again. 1/2 pound well fermented napa cabbage kimchi chopped into small pieces, plus 2 tablespoons of brine, which is what I'm doing. The other ingredients you need is your chopped onions and then your chopped green onions. Okay, so basically this is my onion. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly chop it, slice it, which you can see me do. Okay, so apart from that, the next one we need is 1/2 teaspoon of sugar, 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, and 1/2 cup of water, 4 tablespoons of vegetable. So this is just me chopping my onions, spring onions. Okay, so after chopping these, I'll go ahead to start the process of mixing them. So guys, in mixing this, I'm going to start with the dry ingredients. So I'm going to use 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, and then I'm going to put it in a bowl, which you can see. The next step is to add your 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. Okay, so I'm a big fan of measurements, that's why you see I'm following measurement. So remember the kimchi that we left in the bowl that we chopped, I'm going to add it into the flour. So now we're just basically doing the wet ingredient. So I've added the kimchi, I'm going to add my spring onion, my scallion, I'm going to add my chopped onion. Okay, So after adding this, which is very important, remember I said it is optional to use the spring onion and the sliced onion. I'm going to add my 1/2 cup of water, and I'm going to mix. So everybody have different pattern of mixing, but I like to mix circular. Okay, you can see I'm mixing it circular. I'm going round and round. Okay, so make sure you mix it properly to make sure all the batter is mixed, the flour is mixed with the kimchi, with the green onions, to mention a few. So the next step is to measure 2 tablespoons of brine, which is the kimchi liquid, and then stir. Okay, that is what I'm also doing here. It is important to note that this ingredient, rather this procedure, is inspired by Maangchi. She's a Korean food blogger. She does Korean food. Okay, so we are done with mixing the ingredients. So we're going to go to the next step. So originally this is the frying pan I planned to use. It is important to use a non-stick frying pan, but somehow I didn't fix it well, and when I kept it on the fire it started burning, so I had no choice but to use the old frying pan in my house. So now this is the old frying pan, and what I'm doing is to add the vegetable oil. So I'm using just 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil so that it will not be too oily. So you add your vegetable oil in a pan. After you add it in a pan, you go ahead to spread it round. So if you have a vegetable oil sprayer, you can use your vegetable oil sprayer, but I don't have that, so that is why I'm using measuring spoon to measure my vegetable inside. Okay, so the next step is to put your fry pan on the fire with the oil and make sure it is hot. Then you go ahead to add your batter, okay, your pancake mixture, your Kimchijeon mixture, and you spread it out in a circular way and then leave it to fry. Okay, so while I was making this, one thing I learned was that I must use non-stick fry pan, because if you don't use non-stick fry pan, this batter is going to gum your pan, like it's going to stick to your pan, and it's going to be so difficult to remove it from the pan. This is something I learned. Okay, so yeah, basically I'm just spreading this out, and I'm just going to leave this to fry a little. So what I'm going to do next, and what I want you to take note, is that you have to cook until the bottom is golden brown and crisp. So this will take about 3 to 5 minutes, and then when you notice that it's getting golden brown, you have to use your spatula or your spoon or whatever you used to fry to like check the edges and make sure that the oil goes through in. So that is why I said it is important to use a non-stick fry pan. This is a non-stick fry pan, but it is pretty old, so yeah, but then you can see that I'm trying to spread the oil all around through. Okay, so you have to just keep doing this so that it can get golden brown and it can cook very well. Okay, so now I'm trying the edges and to make sure the oil goes through it. Okay, so you have to carefully do this so that your pancake doesn't break and it doesn't scatter. Okay, so now after doing this, the next step is we're going to try to carefully turn the pancake over. You can see that the edges are already very brown. So guys, because of my pan is not non-stick fry pan, you can see the struggle I am going through. So I'll repeat one more time, make sure you use non-stick fry pan. Okay, so because of my pan is no longer a non-stick fry pan, I am struggling to turn my pancake. So what I'm doing, or rather the cheat code I'm doing, is to put the spoon, my frying spoon, into the pancake and remove it from the pan, and then flip it over. Okay, and make sure the oil goes through. So after flipping this over, okay, I'm going to leave the pancake to also boil for some time. So I'm cooking until the bottom of the pancake is light golden brown and crisp. So this is about 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, and then I'm going to flip it one more time, as you can see me do. the reason why it's like this is because my fry pan is no longer a non-stick fry pan. So I'll repeat, make sure you use a non-stick fry pan. So guys, I'm finally done. I've flipped it, it's cooked, and then you go ahead to slide onto a large serving platter and serve immediately. So I've served it. This is my plate, and this is how it looks like, guys. It is so yummy, it looks amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead to do a taste test. Okay, so in this video I'm doing two different taste tests. I'm doing the visual taste test, and then you're going to see me eating this. Okay, so basically this is it. I'm going to use my knife to cut it a little, and then I'm going to use my chopsticks to eat it. I like how it looks. First of all, I like how the onions, the two onions, the spring onions and the normal onions is looking. And then I like how thick it is. Okay, so some people like a light flat pancake, but I think I like this thick nature of this pancake, guys. So this is one of me tasting my kimchi. So I'm going to show you the next one now. So excited to try this out. So guys, I remember the first time I tried kimchi, it felt so different, but now I'm so attuned, like I'm now familiar with the taste of kimchi, so I'm no longer shocked. Okay, so this is Kimchijeon. The funny thing is it has a sour taste to it, like I think maybe it's because of its fermented cabbage, but I like it. It's nice for a first time. You know, if you're not familiar with the taste, maybe a bit weird, but when you keep trying it, you'll be familiar with it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Do remember to like, to share, to subscribe, and turn notification button. I'll see you amazing people in my next video. Bye guys. So I hope that you subscribe to my channel. I hope that you join me in this ride as I make videos. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on